Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of my trophy tour. Today is going to be a live com as well as an introduction to my team where after a few months of play. Uh, so there's going to be plenty to look forward to. But just to begin, a bit of a social media reminder. If you haven't been following me on Twitter, you can follow me at Owen_Harmon. I'll put that in the annotations shortly. But as well as that, you can always add me on Steam at OwenH5, just like my channel name. Um, I've actually got the leaderboards working this year, and I'm not doing too bad so far. You can see some of my friends there having a variety of good seasons and bad seasons and whatever in between. So hopefully we can keep going and hopefully compare ourselves if you want to add me. But anyway, it's time to talk about Sturm Graz and how we're doing. The league campaign has been rather mixed, to say the least. We have 5 wins, 3 draws and 5 defeats. You can see there it's borderline disastrous and borderline successful. It's such a competitive league, this one. It's very small, so that kind of helps. But Austria Vienna and Rapid Vienna are starting to make breaks. So if we beat Red Bull today for another time, we will be back in the hunt. But if we lose, we will be in this 6th, 7th, 8th place battle, and that's not good enough for this team. Let's just take a look at our fixtures, though, to understand exactly what's happening. So where I left you off is pretty much the pre-season. We won that game, fair enough. We had a pretty poor pre-season after that. We somehow lost 6-3 to these guys. Very poor performance. Maribor, we equalised late on against them, so we nearly got embarrassed. Another defeat to Zavrich there. This was another game we finally won, 2-1. We played another team. We beat them in the cup, 2-1. It was a bit of a narrow result. Now this is the Europa League, what I want to talk about the most. It was the game against the Slovenian team again, Celje, and we were absolutely embarrassed. 3-0 was the final score in that game, and we really put ourselves at a disadvantage. But in between, we got our campaign off to a winning start against SV Ried, or Reed, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But it was a tough game. We had an injury, and we just should have won it more comfortably, but we just couldn't hang on. And then we played Celje again, and we got an amazing start. 3 goals within 15 minutes, but we couldn't do anything else. We really should have gotten the 3rd goal. Nothing happened, and we were eliminated from the Europa League. These guys, to their credit, made it to the playoffs, so well done to them. One of the many thrilling games against this SV Grodig team. We were all over the shop, but we did enough to win. I think, how's the order? We scored, they scored, we scored, they scored again, and we got 2 goals straight away. Marco Jurchen with the hat-trick to get me the achievement for Steam there. Rapid Vienna, tough team, never expected to win it, I'm afraid, and they did steal it in the 89th minute, but we were doing well for quite a while, but we let them in and they won. Now, probably the best result of the season was against my disliked Red Bull Salzburg. Robert Beric got a brace there, so great work for him. Cruz, a victory against Wacker Innsbruck, and then a bad loss to an performing team in the league. Then we lost again, so we were in the league lead at this stage, and then we've given it all away. This was a terrible game, and we should have done much better. We drew against Admira Wacker. They had a points deduction, so they're much better than what the league table says, but that's just the way. Austria Vienna, the league leaders, we gave them a good game, but we were 3-0 down in no time, and we had to fight back, but we couldn't get that equaliser. The cup resumed, and we got a 2-0 win against the non-league team. We drew with SV Reed, and then we played Grodig in another thriller. Lucky to win, you could say, but that's just the way we played. Another draw against Innsbruck, another defeat to Rapid Vienna, and then this most recent game we lost 4-3. I just played it a minute ago. It was very frustrating. We gave away a goal in the 80th minute after scoring in the 74th, so I was really disappointed. We cannot handle this guy Sigurdsson, so it's naturally frustrating. But now we have to go to the Red Bull Arena and try and dismount the Red Bulls again with my Blackies team. So just before we get to the live cam, I want to quickly talk about how my team is doing. who's been the best player, who hasn't, and so on and so forth. So the most appearances goes to Christian Clem at left back. He hasn't been playing left wing. He's always been here because he's the only one I've got, and he's been doing just fine. Weber comes in second. He signed a new contract, which is good news for the team. Dudic in centre back has been pretty good. Offenbacher, he started the season very well, but he hasn't quite gotten his form back until recently. And then Florian Kainz, who is being transferred because he won't sign a new deal. He is going to Evian in my FM13 League 1. So disappointing for him, but he hasn't been too great, but he's a very good player. As for average rating, Offenbacher has had the most assists in the league with 7, but he hasn't gotten that many since. He was all very much in the first few games. Hadzic, my centre defensive mid and centre mid, he hasn't played too many games, but he's very good when I get to play him. Becker has played a few games as well. He's been good when he's been fit. Probably my favourite defender, Nikola Vujanovic. He's the Montenegro player, and he's been doing very well, leading the back line. Where else do I want to talk about? The goalkeeper, this is the man I've been playing the most, Benedikt Pliquet, the German. He's been much better than my usual number 1, but he's been injured. Christian Graz, he's now picked up an injury in the cup game and he will be out, so we have a bit of goalkeeper crisis. Our striker Robert Beric hasn't scored since that wonderful Red Bull win, so I'm really trying to sort that issue out. We've got very poor strike force. In terms of the goals, you can see Jurchen has the most goals with 5, but he only scored 3 in the league. Offenbacher, Becker, Kropfel, Beric, Kainz, Hadic, Dudic, and so on and so forth. This lad here has been very poor. He earns a lot of money, but he hasn't been doing his job. He hasn't scored in the league, and he's been very, very poor, which is unfortunate. Another player that's been rather bad is Andreas Hotzel. He earns a lot of money as well, and he hasn't backed up his point. He's been injured for a lot of the season, but he hasn't been great since his comeback. And as for the transfers, I'll talk about our transfers. I haven't been able to do much business because I think how this game works now is let me see. It's like you have to have something in your transfer budget to make a free transfer, and it hasn't been working out at all. So I've been trying to get lots of players out of the club to free up wages, but it didn't work. So I had to sell Florian Kainz, and I'm deciding to bring in this backup left back, Jean-Christophe Vergrol. I could have gotten better quality left backs, but I just couldn't really afford to put out the money on the wages and so on. I'd like to improve the strike force as well, but that's an issue for January when the window opens. I think I may need to register a new goalkeeper. Registration window's closed, so that's a bit realistic, I suppose. This is going to be the team I'm going to play against Red Bull. Anything else I need to mention? No, I don't think that's it. No, I don't think that's I don't think there's anything else. So let's just get cracking with this game. Hopefully it hasn't been too long, but it has been a tough introduction to Austrian football, and we just have to hope that we can keep going. So these guys are very strong, but we did beat them last time, but we had to inflict an unfortunate injury on Alan, the Brazilian. So to stand any chance, we really need to play at our best. It's just a very tough league. I think it's great fun, but it is very tough. We'll start off with counter-attack, I suppose. So one really good thing about the game that wasn't in last year's game was the variety of team talks you can give, because the players react much better than they did in the past, which is obviously good news. But it's just a bit stressful that sometimes they won't obey your orders. But the fact that you can set instructions much better than before is great. Like you can set the instructions within your tactic, so that saves a lot of time, and they're all much better organized and basically that sort of thing. So it's just a matter of keeping fingers crossed, and hopefully we get a big victory here against Red Bull Salzburg for the second time this season. Otherwise we're in deep trouble. We'll be miles behind the league lead, and we'll keep on right, so it's very loud volume. Okay, here's another chance for Mane. And here's Shane again. Rich away from the there. So we have to consider planning our attacks. That's Alan. Oh, people had to drive for that one. That's a corner kick. That's out of play. So yeah, points will put us 2 points behind Wolfsburg with Red Bull down to third position. Here's Hansi! Wide. Could have gotten a winning target. Good work of shot. Kick for Red Bull. Here's Florian Points. He's dribbled past. And here's Keane to Points. Hazic to Points. Holtzel. He's free on the right. No one's closing down. Eherenai. Back to Holtzel. Hazic! Best chance of the game. But here come Sturm Graz again. Blackies. And then here's a counter attack. Campbell. He's going to go through. Duzic couldn't stop him. And it's in from Kevin Campbell. And that's a terrible goal to concede. Whether you like it or not, it's bad. Defense. And it's back to Schrager. Schrager bangs in. Rodney makes it 2-0. What a start to this game. Well, that's not what I wanted. Will I make the end of the season? Under pressure a few weeks ago. And if I lose this kind of game, I'll be out of the title race, and the fans will be too happy with me. I like the way in the match engine the players get mucky if the weather's bad and that sort of thing, but we haven't been winning at all many games recently, and it's knocked us out for sure. Here's Campbell to Soriano, back to Soriano, Alan, tackle. Here's Mane looking for the third goal. Here's PK. Kick I didn't need to see. And that's off the bar. Cleared. And here's no chance. Oh, good tackle. Berich. Points. Tackled. And Alan back to Schrager. And Campbell. Good tackle by Clem. So Tobias and Florian Points are brothers. They're going to separate in January. And of course myself, Florian. This is pretty disastrous to lose. Florian was offside there. Began to reach the Hudson. Berich couldn't find any help. And now it's back to Red Bull. That's going to be we may need to change our complete tactics, I suppose. Hudson, he's going to be an inside forward. Florian Kynes again playing badly. He can be an advanced playmaker. And, yeah, this is not going well at all, is it? See, I'm like what I did in FM13 was I played players in like roles that I thought would suit the formation, but now that you can click the button and tell you what they're best at, it kind of makes me want to fit their role. I just cannot find a route to goal whatsoever. This may be our chance though. Can we score? Oh, good save. Dude, oh, near post. I think that should have been a goal. It's not going in whatsoever. If I had more strikers, I'd play 2 up front, but we don't. We can't really risk that many, and we can't play a 2 up front formation. That's been a very poor first half from Sturm Graz. So at least the players listen to me. I can speak a little bit of German now. But yeah, you can see team talk's a lot easier and that sort of thing. But I don't think this game is going to be a successful live com. unless we perform a miracle. We have scored 2 goals from behind, but we can never get the 3rd goal, which would give us that edge. We'll have to get the goal. Here's Dudic, Hadzik, Dudic, Heinz, his brother, Florian, passes it very badly. And we start the attack all over again. Campbell. That's Soriano now. Schweiger. Campbell. Double tackle. It's back to the Red Bull team. Umir to Mane. Good save. That's cleared by Florian Kainz. Barrett was maybe it's too sneaky there. It's been a terrible performance so far. I'm going to have to bring on another striker. And Tobias has been injured here. So, well, it's not a permanent injury. I could reconsider, but yeah, we really committed a lot of resources into the cup, and it hasn't worked out. Schneiderbeck, he was pretty good. He's a youth player. He can play there now. Gonna have to risk Sabic. He can play here, and he can be our target man for our poacher. So, yeah, this is pretty depressing, guys. Just have to keep going. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. So, yeah, so at least they like me, but tactics, I suppose. Could be turning into Red Bull here. Change our tactics. Totally need to change these tactics. Hodsil can't play the centre of mid. He can. Yeah, I need to go 4-1-3-2. There's very little we can do. Deep line playmaker. Play centre of mid. Deep line playmaker. Box to box. And shadow striker. Right, so I like the way there's also no sliders. I didn't really like sliders. They did their job. Oh, come on, how's that not I just think it's new style of management. Do more things without sliders and improve with sliders. I think it's a good feature. So I need to go here. Sabi is going to get that header. It's a very long icon this, and we have to consider changing. Oh, Barrett's 1-on-1! Oh, best chance! And we've missed it. Very poor. So yeah. I'm on extended. I might bring it down to key. It's been a bit long. It's been... Right. Last substitution, I think. See, everyone's knackered after the cup. Right, Barrett has been pathetic. We'll have to get him off. So that's what I mean. I can never find a good goal scorer. Even if they look good, they never seem to score goals for me. So it's been a problem. At least you can apply the manager system. much I could do. I'm sorry, guys. It's another defeat for us. We've lost a lot of games in a row, and we haven't won a lot of games. So my career, maybe they may want to sack me. I don't know. But I haven't been warned in particular if I'm going to be sacked. But look at our confidence. Job status is pretty bad. Yeah. That's just like, I don't know if I can look at anything else, but yeah, okay, I could be in a spot of bother. Alright. Right, Tobias is gone. I'll have to leave him to the physio. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm sorry. It hasn't been going. It was going superbly, but after winning 4 of the first 5 games, we've lost a lot and haven't been getting any green dots. Like, that's our last win in the league, and it's been very depressing since. So we have a lot of work to do. We've winnable games here, but I don't know. We'll have to come back in December if it's crisis. But otherwise, we can come back in February when we get the winter break. So one last thing, I suppose I've added a lot of staff. You can see we had no scouts, we no physios. I changed the director of football to this lad, and he's much better, but his knowledge of Austria is pretty null. But we have other good countries to work from. But yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I hope you can stay tuned in future. See you soon.